Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Today is an alert day. Nicole has the information on what we can expect.
Yeah, we're still tracking the chance for some heavy rainfall to be moving through tonight, and we're still seeing those thunderstorms as we go into the next couple hours now. The main event still off into Minnesota, but that'll slowly be making its way further east. However, for now, we do have some thunderstorms generating along the Mississippi River Valley and just off to the east. We'll continue to track those, really only bringing that heavy rainfall, not a whole lot of thunderstorm activity within these, but you could see a couple nice lightning strikes outside as we go throughout the next few hours. Again, larger swath of rain off in Minnesota that'll likely be making its way into the area over the next few hours, most likely north of I-90, but still the potential to bring a couple more inches of rain to the area. For tonight, lows actually staying a little bit warm for the locations that don't see the rain, but areas further north staying in the low 60s, where we'll have those heavier showers lasting throughout the morning hours. You will want to grab your umbrella just to be on the safer side. The thunderstorms will be more scattered in nature by the morning, but still there nonetheless. Definitely a morning to grab your umbrella. So a little bit of a wet start to the week, but after that it's looking a lot drier. I'll have the details on that in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Nicole. Tonight, authorities in Vernon County say a wanted man is still on the run. News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us in the newsroom with an update.
What started as a pursuit in Viroqua has now turned into a multi-day search for a wanted suspect. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office says a wanted Minnesota man is still on the run after a chase in Viroqua.
Viroqua police have reported that their dispatch center received a call from Northside Business here in the city of Viroqua. That was on Friday with information that a male was at their business and there was an outstanding warrant for his arrest.
Following the call, deputies say the suspect, Nathan Gossman, sped off and led officers on a high-speed pursuit. He eventually crashed near a retreat and took off running on foot. A day later, he allegedly stole a municipal truck that is yet to be recovered.
We know that the stolen vehicle was last seen Saturday morning, August 17th, in the city of La Crescent, Minnesota, between 1 and 1:30 a.m.
Law enforcement are now warning neighbors not to confront him, but instead report anything useful.
Call your local law enforcement, call 911. Don't take matter into your own hands. Call us with the information and let our people do their job to safely take him into custody.
Officials urge residents in the Wheatland and Sterling area to check locks on their vehicles and ensure that all vehicles are accounted for. They also ask that those with information regarding the missing vehicle or the suspect call the Sheriff's Office at 608-637-2123. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, JDS. Fall is just around the corner and Eckers Apple Farm is ready. The apple farm located in Trempealeau is now officially open for the season. From train rides to apple picking, caramel apples, and fresh cider, there's something for all ages.
It's just a fun day to come out, spend some time with your family at the orchard, enjoy some music, have a craft cider.
And if apples aren't your thing, Eckers also features a beer garden to enjoy the fall weather. The Holmen Knights of Columbus hosted their annual Corn Fest breakfast this morning. The breakfast welcomed the community to join for biscuits and gravy, sausage, eggs, toast, and a variety of drinks. The event doubles as a fundraiser giving back to the community.
And it's a big fundraiser for Holmen Knights of Columbus. We are just supporting the community. We use the funds to help families in need or other nonprofits that are looking for more support. Maybe even kids that are dealing with cancer and other, just rough, tough financial situations.
The event ran from 7 a.m. to noon this morning. But not only was there breakfast this morning, Cornfest also included a car show. The car show in Holmen featured crafters and vendors from the community. For their 30th year, organizers hope to see over 300 owners bring cars for their attendees to come see. Many of the cars are unique and display their owners' passion.
We've had it for over 30 years, and so it's ingrained in us to put out a good product, and people keep showing up, whether they're spectators or whether they're drivers and owners.
The event also included more food and live music. The Aura Trails Fest brought some more fun to La Crosse this weekend, but this time on bikes. The event holds bike races in La Crosse's bluffs for participants of all ages and skill levels, making sure there is something for everyone. Along with racing were food trucks and a community atmosphere.
We have races happening all day, from little kids that just took off all the way to elite professionals happening later in the day. There's a newbie race happening right behind the camera right now with which is a free race. I try it out so anybody can show up and they can race, and so there's really something for everybody out here today.
This is the third year the event has taken place. The eyes of the world will be on Washington this Monday as President Trump welcomes Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, as well as a number of European leaders, to the White House to discuss a possible end to the war in Ukraine. CBS News' Willie James Inman has more.
The White House is preparing for Monday's meeting between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. A number of European leaders will also attend, including the leaders of Germany and France, as well as the Secretary General of NATO.
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
The Oval Office gathering will be the first time Zelensky has returned to the White House since a disastrous meeting with President Trump earlier this year. On Sunday, President Zelensky met with the president of the European Commission, who told reporters there can be no limits on Ukraine's armed forces or outside assistance.
Ukraine must be able to uphold its sovereignty and its territorial integrity.
Zelensky emphasized the importance of Europe and the U.S. standing with Ukraine.
And it's very important that you are with us and that we speak to America and we speak together. And it's important that Washington is with us.
Monday's meeting comes just 3 days after President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska, a meeting that ended with no announcement of a ceasefire. On Sunday's Face the Nation, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said President Trump is intent on achieving peace between Ukraine and Russia.
Right now, this is the biggest war going on in the world. It's the biggest war in Europe since World War II. We're going to continue to do everything we can to reach an agreement that ends the dying and the killing.
Secretary Rubio said both Ukraine and Russia need to be prepared to make concessions.
Both sides are going to have to give up something in order to get to the table, in order to make this happen.
President Zelensky said Sunday any territorial matters should be discussed at an eventual trilateral meeting involving Russia and Ukraine, as well as the U.S. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
One of Putin's latest conditions is that Ukraine surrenders areas outside of Russia's control, including its main industrial region. Prior to his meeting with President Trump, President Zelensky is meeting with European leaders. The European leaders are expected to join Zelensky at a summit in Washington tomorrow to discuss a potential peace plan between Ukraine and Russia. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen says there can be no limits on Ukraine's armed forces or outside assistance.
I'm very glad that I'm able to accompany you and other European leaders for the meeting tomorrow that we do have with the US President in the White House. Since the beginning of Russia's brutal invasion, Europe has been at Ukraine's side, united, and we will support you for as long as it takes, for just and lasting peace.
Von der Leyen adds, quote, as long as the bloodshed in Ukraine continues, Europe will maintain diplomatic and in particular economic pressure on Russia, end quote. Also in Washington, D.C. were protesters gathering on Saturday to demonstrate against President Trump's move to send in the National Guard to patrol city streets. The protesters took to the streets shouting, quote, Trump must go now. Among other things, the protest eventually making their way to the White House. Still to come, some products you will want to avoid. We'll have the latest recall information as soon as we return.
Save the date for Coon Valley Heritage Day, a fun-filled time to celebrate and preserve Coon Valley history. There'll be a softball tournament, tractor ride, market, car show, music, food trucks, and fireworks. That's Saturday, August 23rd in Coon Valley.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
When you need a truck,
to get you from the job site
to the campsite. Drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Make This the Summer sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save 10% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500, plus get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends August 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Save the date for Coon Valley Heritage Day, a fun-filled time to celebrate and preserve Coon Valley history. There'll be a softball tournament, tractor ride, market, car show, music, food trucks, and fireworks. That's Saturday, August 23rd in Coon Valley.
There are a couple of recalls happening this week. Ford is recalling more than 100,000 F-150 pickups. The automaker says some of the 2023 to 2025 models may have faulty axle bolts. Those bolts could loosen or break, leading to a loss of drive power or even causing the truck to roll away if the parking brake isn't set. Safety officials say drivers may notice a clicking or rattling sound as a warning sign. Werner is recalling more than 120,000 Multi-Max Pro multi-purpose ladders in 20 and 24-foot sizes, which were sold exclusively by Home Depot. The company says the product's locking mechanism could jam and pose a fall hazard. There have been reports of at least 18 falls, resulting in over a dozen injuries, including bruises, fractures, and head injuries. Consumers are advised to stop using the ladder immediately and to contact Werner for a full refund. You might soon be paying more for those iconic 99-cent Arizona iced tea cans. The tall 22-ounce cans have stayed at 99 cents for nearly 3 decades, but new tariffs on Canadian aluminum could cause the company to raise prices. Those tall boys make up about half of the 2 billion cans Arizona sells each year. The company's co-founder says he hates the idea of raising prices, but admits it may be unavoidable. A once blank wall on the north side of La Crosse is the canvas for a mural that's not just about art, it's about community and the history they leave behind. News 8's photographer team has the story with this week's eyepiece.
When it's finished and it's something that I feel turned out well and that folks seem to like and I can be proud of, it's a pretty gratifying experience. I was contacted by a coalition of folks almost a year ago that had an idea to have this wall painted and to bring some vibrancy and something new to the north end. Go up on the wall, I draw a bunch of random shapes. There's no rhyme or reason to what they are. It's just like drawing a grid, they're just all over the place. And then I'll take a picture of the wall with all those shapes on it. Then I take my sketch and I Photoshop the sketch onto the photo of the wall with those shapes on it. And then that tells me, oh, I need to put a hand over here. Or, oh, the person's head, the top of their head goes at the same point as this piece of the grid. So that's how it works.
All of the sketches that you see that are sort of illustrations of people are all actual photos. I mean, they're inspired by actual photos that either we provided to him or he found as he was researching La Crosse.
Most of the images and paintings in the mural are from different archival photos and things from around La Crosse. Kids in Copeland Park, firefighters helping out mitigate flood damage, someone hosing off a piano after a flood, trains, a mom and a kid watching the river go by. Colors really aren't bright or dull or any which way in one direction on their own. It really is all relative to what's around it. The only thing I'm ever on the news doing is stirring paint. Something's going to look different when you place something else next to it, and that's something you just learn over time, and that's kind of the magic of painting. There's a style. I mix a lot of styles together on these murals. I try to keep parts of it playful. I like to do classical realism and other parts. What I want the public to know is that no matter how much you consume art or visual art or 2D art, there's really no wrong answer to what you take out of a painting. If it looks beautiful to you or if you enjoy the colors, that's one thing. If you take some deeper message or you see some story involved in it too, that's all right. You know, I think there's really no wrong answers.
The mural is expected to be completed within the next few days. Looking ahead, further weather-related damages are affecting many families in other parts of the Midwest.
And back here at home, we're still expecting heavy rain to last throughout the night and possibly affecting your early morning commute. I'll have all the details on when the rain dries out coming up right after the break.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
For $5, get a sausage McMuffin with egg and an any size soft drink or coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Listen up, Wisconsin. There's always something exciting in the mix with scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. And the newest games to make some noise, Packers Scratch Games. With over $7.8 million in instant cash prizes. Plus a bonus drawing for 4 Packers season tickets for 1 year. And 195 other Packers prizes. Available now at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a Triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Oh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is so ready for summer. Right on the Mississippi River, a perfect spot for fishing and fun. Surrounded by scenic bluffs and some of the best hiking and camping around, there's so much to explore. You can experience Prairie du Chien's fascinating history and unwind with live music events that feature the vibe you're looking for. Book your place to stay and discover more at prairieduchien.org.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza. Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Severe weather struck Illinois pretty hard, tearing the roof off of an apartment complex. Mount Prospect fire officials believe it was a microburst that caused all of this damage, forcing families out of their home and into the pouring rain. Several families were displaced. Tragic storms are clearly sweeping the Midwest right now, but Nicole can tell us what we can expect right here at home.
Yeah, we've still been tracking plenty of rain. Already we saw a lot of that earlier on this weekend, and we still have one more batch to get through as we wake up to start this next week off. After that, though, looking a lot drier. It's going to be a fairly mild August-like week out there, but looking a little bit further forward, we have a little bit of a taste of fall coming up as we look towards next weekend. So a lot of weather to talk about. Let's start with that rain that we have coming in tonight. Still tracking some thunderstorms that'll last like we saw on radar. Some of those thunderstorms starting to make their way into the area as we wake up in the morning. Could see a little bit of a break from it, but we're still expecting scattered thunderstorms to be lasting throughout much of the morning hours, on and off again. We should see a brief break in the afternoon hours, apart from a couple isolated thunderstorms still popping up in the evening hours. We should be finished after that, but for much of the day, it's really going to be a cloudy one. Still expecting at least a few locations to get some of those higher rain amounts. For the entire general area tomorrow, our rain amounts are for the most part looking about the general run-of-the-mill inch to about 2 inches that you can expect within thunderstorms. The main concern, though, is still going to be those very local areas that can get higher amounts, especially under that thunderstorm activity tonight. And because we've already seen plenty of rainfall over the past week or so, it could be a concern for some areas, like we saw some of those thunderstorms popping up just north of I-90. So still is a concern going into tonight for some localized flooding, maybe some puddles when you're waking up in the morning. morning. Otherwise, it should be drying out as we go towards the rest of the week. Really, after tomorrow morning and even those isolated chances in the evening, we don't have a lot happening after that. Scattered chances tomorrow, like I said, more isolated as we go towards the evening hours, and then next to no chances for rain going throughout much of the rest of the week. Maybe a slim chance going into Friday night and possibly carrying over into the start of next weekend, but apart from that, it's going to be looking pretty dry, so we'll have a much needed break after the very wet period that we've been having, and that's going to come with some pretty comfortable temperatures as well. Tomorrow, still on the somewhat warmer end, our average high now in the low 80s, so we're going to be above that. 86 for your Monday high to start the week off in La Crosse, 82 in Eau Claire. Still feeling humid out there though, so while it's not generally going to be feeling very hot, it's going to feel muggy. We're still holding on to dew points in the low and mid 70s, and with all of that rain passing through as well, it's definitely not going to be the most comfortable feeling air mass outside. A lot of that humidity should start to move out of the area though as we go throughout the rest of the week, and temperatures will subside just slightly with that as well. Again, our average high now 81. That white line right here is going to depict that average. We're seeing highs for the most part in the low 80s throughout much of this week, maybe a tad warmer on Friday, but even then still staying close to 83 for your high. Once we get into the weekend though, that's when we really start to see those temperatures starting to fall down even closer, or excuse me, even below average through a couple of days, maybe even going into the start of next week. Until then, we still have that muggy day tomorrow. Again, the dew points are likely going to be sitting in the low and mid 70s, so it could feel almost miserable out there at times, but it's going to be the last day that we're dealing with that humidity. As we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe some noticeable humidity in the air, but overall nothing compared to what we've been having this last weekend. Apart from those morning hours, really going to be a fairly comfortable feeling week outside. As we look towards then the weekend, again, there's that temperature drop, getting much cooler on Saturday, highs for the most part in the 70s, and then next Sunday, maybe even staying in the low 70s. That'll put areas further north of I-94 possibly in the upper 60s for our highs. So it's definitely going to start to feel like fall out there, feeling like football weather, which I'm sure a lot of us are excited for.
Definitely cooling down. Well, thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, will the Milwaukee Magic continue? The Brewers were going for win number 15 in a row. Kate is in next with sports.
It's that time, back to school. Make News 8 Now part of your prep. News, tips, dates, links, and more. Go to news8000.com/back-to-school or the News 8 Now app. Expect more. Oh, and don't miss homeroom.
Do you have sewer problems hiding underground? Whether it's tree roots or common blockages, our video inspections not only detect what's causing the issue, but give you the video proof of what it is. Schedule your video inspection with us today.
Honey, for dinner, do you want mac or cheese?
For your birthday party, you can have fun or games.
Are you ready to rock or roll?
We want both.
Don't settle for or. M3 is your yes and insurance partner. World-class expertise, yes, and individual attention. Don't settle for anything less than yes and.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Get 0% financing on this Silverado, plus $3,000 total cash allowance on select Silverado pickups. That's around $9,000 total value, plus $3,750 owner loyalty cash.
From the creators of bacon. Applewood smoked ham. Ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Will the Milwaukee Magic continue? The Brewers set a franchise record, winning their 14th game in a row last night, and another comeback capped off with a 3-run home run in the 11th. You can never count them out, and that was the story this afternoon, well, until it wasn't. Let's go there. Jose Quintana on the mound, and he was fantastic in this one, but so was the defense. 6th inning, Spencer Steer, hard ground ball to third, but how about Caleb Durbin somehow stops it, and the throw to first in time. What a play. One more look at it. That's a tough stop. But the Reds would strike first. 7th inning, runners at the corners, and Jose Trevino, a good swing into this pitch. Deep to right, but Lockenridge makes the catch for the out. A run does score. Reds take a 1-0 lead. So let's go to the 9th. Runner on first for William Contreras, and Contreras gets all of this pitch. He's going to give the Brewers the lead. A 2-run shot to center. Milwaukee goes up 1, but the Reds would answer. Runners at the corners for Trevino again, and this time single and through to right field. That scores 1. We're going to extra innings again, and after the Brewers failed to score, the Reds with the bases loaded, and Austin Hayes is going to walk it off. The win streak falls at 14 as Cincinnati takes it 3-2, the final. A quick check-in on the Cubs as they're taking on the Pirates. Video not working on this one, so we might have to skip to our full screen here. And the next story, that sets us up for a huge week this next week. Brewers and the Cubs in a 5-game series starting tomorrow with a Monday doubleheader. Milwaukee with an 8-game lead in the NL Central. But a lot of things could change after these next 5 games. Game 1 set for 1:20 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Out in the American League, the Twins were taking on the Tigers. Scoreless in the second, but in steps Royce Lewis. This ball is going to leave the park in a hurry. A solo shot, that's going to put Minnesota up 1. But the real fireworks came in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded for Brooks Lee. And Lee is going to bring everyone in because it's a grand slam. Twins go up big. They would get the win 8-1. In just 2 weeks, the Green Bay Packers will be playing regular season football. A lot of high expectations for this year's squad, but also a lot of uncertainty with quarterback Jordan Love. Last week, Love underwent a small procedure on his throwing hand after injuring it during the Week 1 preseason game. But Packer beat reporter Jason Wilde thinks the panic meter is low and that Love will be ready to go.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is what Jordan said yesterday outside of Indy, and that was that had this happened in the regular season, he wouldn't have done the surgery. This allowed him to get it fixed, and the hope and the expectation is that it's fixed sufficiently that he is 100% for the Lions on September 7th.
Love is entering his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter, and he threw for 57 touchdowns over the last 2 years. How about some local golf? Round 2 of the Three Rivers Golf Association Championship at the La Crosse Country Club. And how about this shot of Aaron Miller out of the bunker? He's going to put that right next to the hole. He would tap that one in. Here's Ben Sosha, a little tap in. He would finish in 3rd, and he would be your TRGA Player of the Year. Jake Dunn, last year's champion. He would take 2nd place in this one with a 2-day total of 150. And your champion goes to Trey Janiwako of Toma, shooting a 75 on the day to secure the win. He's also secured a spot at next year's Wisconsin State Amateur Championship. Also this next week, the Friday Night Frenzy returns as the high school football season gets underway. Jake and I will be at West Salem in Onalaska, a great game for week 1. Be sure to tune in on Friday. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Back to school means back to your routines, and Wesco Home is here to help you start strong. Right now, get up to 25% off all mattresses and dining tables during our back to school sale, or take time to relax with a comfy new recliner. Rest easy and reconnect with the furniture that fits your life and your budget. With easy financing options available, see store for details. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
The history of Pleasing is a history of taste. After World War II, my grandfather, Frank Italiano, spent time in China and acquired a gourmet taste which became his passion. He developed a seasoning and shared it with his friends. In 1952, Pleasing was created. That first seasoning has grown to 40 different blends. This history of taste continues with both the second and the third generations as we explore people's changing tastes. Stop by the Pleasing Outlet store on Ward Avenue and taste the history.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
There was a parade full of tiny tails and stubby legs in Portland, Oregon today. That's right, this is the annual Corgi Walk. These little dogs and their friends gathered at Wallace Park for a quick parade followed by a Corgi fashion show. Not only is it adorable, it's all for a good cause. This event raises money for the Corgi Assistance Fund. All right, when we come back, Nicole will have a final look at your weather.
Hurry, it's the Labor Day patio closeout at Home Seasonal Concepts. Up to 75% off select floor models. When they're gone, they're gone. Seat pads from just $19.99. Patio umbrellas starting at $69.99. Protective covers up to 50% off while supplies last at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's Top Notch Teacher program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Arts Center is impacted by tourists.
The more people that we can get into the La Crosse area, the more I can provide for the people in our neighborhoods, the employees that I can help take care of, and just generally a better quality of life for us and our surrounding area.
The increased tourism means more business to us, means that we need to hire more staffing to accommodate for the fuel sales, to accommodate getting the rentals ready.
The Power of Tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse.
It's the Labor Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices plus 3-year special financing on quality mattress brands including Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Labor Day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
One last live look at radar. We're still tracking that heavy rain moving into the area. Some thunderstorms don't want to budge out of Trempealeau and Buffalo counties, so definitely the risk to have some standing water as you wake up in the morning. Otherwise, I would definitely grab your umbrella just to be safe. You don't want to start the week off on a bad foot and come into work wet.
Well, let's get that rain out of the way so then we have great weather for Friday Night Football this week. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.